'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free now.
So I'm firstly going in with the P. Louise base in the shade Rumor 2 to prime my eyes, and to use this product you want to make sure that you're patting it down on the lid. So I'm going in with the Stacey Marie Be Perfect Carnival palette, and I'm using the Morphe M514 brush. This is just a really small, petite sort of taper blending brush. And basically what I'm doing is I'm pushing the product in and wiggling it into the crease as opposed to just going in straight away and blending it. I want to pack down my colour first, and then I'll go in afterwards and soften and blend everything out. So the reason that I like going in with my sort of deepest colour first is because I find that whenever you go in with your transitional shades first, that it really dilutes the darkest shades that you're going to go in with afterwards. So in my opinion, it's best to start off with your darker colours first and then go in with your lighter colours around the edges of the darker colours to sort of soften everything and blend everything out. It is a wee bit tricky to sort of get used to at the start, but see, once you get used to this, you will be flying, trust me. So I'm just going to blend around the edges, just using little small sort of wiggly circular motions, and then I'll go in with a cleaner brush and sort of diffuse and blend that shade out even further. So I'm going in with a funky shade out of the Stacey Marie palette, and I'm just taking that on a Zoeva Luxe Soft Definer brush. This is just a really nice fluffy blending brush, and I like this especially for the type of sort of method that I'm doing now, blending around the edges of my darker colour. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just going around in circular motions, blending out my purple shade, and I'm really going to focus on blowing this particular shade out the whole way to the outer corner, just because I love that real nice blown out smoky effect, and I want this colour to be the main focus of the whole entire sort of like blown out smoke look, and I want my purple to be the main sort of colour throughout my crease to give it a little bit of definition. So what I've just done is I've just wiped the excess off on the back of my hand, and I'm just going in and making sure that everything is all nice and diffused and blended, because sometimes if you add too much colour it can sort of start to look blocky. So you want to make sure, especially with this palette, that you go in bit by bit, because this palette is so pigmented. A little bit goes a long way. So before going in and adding any more colours onto my eyes, I'm just going back and forth playing with the purple and the pink shade, making sure that they are as intense as possible, like said, before going in with any other colour. So I'm just going back in again with my Morphe M514 brush and the purple shade, and I'm adding a little bit more definition through the crease, basically what I'm trying to say. Because sometimes whenever you're going in back and forth with your colours, like I've mentioned in so many tutorials, you do lose a little bit of definition. So there's no point building up a colour and then just basically leaving it once you go in with another colour. If you sort of see it disappearing, you want to make sure that you're going back in and you're building up that intensity again in order for the whole entire eye look to really stand out and look super cohesive. Then what I'm doing is I'm just going to go back in with the pink and further diffuse and blend that purple out. So like said guys, it is a little bit technical, but you will understand what I mean. Anytime you go in with your previous colours, you want to go back in with your last colour. So you're basically just playing about with your colours that you've placed down before going in with any other colours.
It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now.
So I'm now going in with the Keen shade out of the palette, which is just a beautiful bright yellow shade, and I'm just taking that on an Avoni brush, but unfortunately there is no name or like number on the brush. I just got it in a set, but it is very similar to the Luxe Soft Definer by Zoeva. pretty much all I'm doing is I'm taking this into the inner corner of my eye and I'm blending it up towards my brow bone. I'm also blending it in towards the two other colours that I have already blended through my eye to make sure that everything is all nice and blended together and it doesn't look like the colours are sitting on top of each other, so they're not blocky looking. You want to make sure that you're blending it right into all those other colours that you'd placed down. Then afterwards, I'm just going to go back in with my Morphe M514 brush again with no extra product, and I'm just going to blend the purple sort of in towards the yellow slightly, because I found that with the pink wasn't really a problem with the yellow blending into it, because it was blending into sort of a nice orangey shade, so it was giving that ombre effect. But with the purple, I found I sort of struggled a wee bit to blend that yellow in, so that's why I took my Morphe brush again and just blended the two colours together to ensure that they're all nice and seamlessly blended. I swear it is a mouthful trying to explain this. So I'm now just taking a sort of fluffy, sort of flat brush. I prefer these brushes if I'm blending out any sort of shimmers or pigments. I've took the shade Mooney from the palette, and this is just a really nice iridescent colour, so it's like a silver, but it has sort of reflexive like yellowy orange undertones, which is really perfect, especially seeing I'm putting this in my inner corner of the eye. It goes really well with the yellow. It really complements it. So basically I'm just blending this all over the eye and sort of onto the middle of my lid, and then I'll go back in with my Luxe Soft Definer brush and blend out the edges so there's no harshness there. So I'm now going in with the shade Pink Me from the palette. So this is like another iridescent colour. It's like a sort of silvery, but it still has like the pink undertones. Basically I'm blending this over the purple, and I just thought the blending the two colours together it will look really different and cool, and I'm obsessed with this colour. So what I'm doing is I'm just going back in with my Morphe brush afterwards and just blending through the edges so that everything is nice and seamless. So I'm now just going in with my NYX Vinyl Liquid Liner. I have been obsessed with liquid liner. I used to hate it, but like I am obsessed. I just found that it glides on so perfectly, a lot more easier than a sort of a gel liner. I just find the gel liners are a wee bit too much for me to handle now because they are so thick, but you can always water it down with the likes of your Duralane or whatever, but I just really prefer liquid ones, and I just found it really hard to find one that has a small tip, and this next one is perfect, and it does not crack, it doesn't move, it stays in put all day, and I'm obsessed. Highly recommend it. So inexpensive also.
It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free now.
So I'm going in with a matte black shadow from Sample Beauty called Aine. This is amazing, such a good high pigmented black. I find it's really hard to find a high pigmented black, and this one I am obsessed with. So I'm just taking a bullet brush from the Keira Daily Phoenix collection, and I just want to blend out the harsh line from where my liner has stopped. I'm not blending the black right through the crease is what I usually do. I'm just really focusing on the outer corner and trying to distribute that line that is left there. I'm just using small circular motions and sort of like wiggling back and forth to try and diffuse and blend it out.
Sometimes when you're
Just going in with my AK Pro Cosmetics lashes in the style Aine. So what goes up must come down, sorry. So pretty much I'm just taking the purple shade again, and I'm taking it on a BTY number 13 brush. This is more of a larger type of bullet brush in my opinion. And I'm just blending the purple underneath the lower lash line and connecting it right through the crease. You want to make sure that you always connect it round through your outer crease area, because there's nothing that is like a worse pet peeve of mine than seeing like a blank outer crease. So I've just also took a little smudger brush from the Phoenix collection by Keira Daily, and I just packed on a little bit more of that purple because I thought that it wasn't sort of picking up as much. And then afterwards I just go in with a Luxe Soft Definer brush by Zoeva again, And then I'm just going to take the pink and just go around the underneath the purple just for a little bit of something something, because the pink, like I said, I wanted it to sort of be the main sort of colour. And then afterwards I'm just going to take that yellow shade again, and I'm going to take it sort of at the front of my lower lash line, because I wanted the yellow to be like the main focus in that section of the eye. So I completely forgot about black eyeliner, so if you don't have any, you run out of it, or you just completely forgot to lift it, don't be afraid to use a black eyeshadow. So I just used the same Sample Beauty one, and I've took it on the little scored concealer brush from the Desire Duo collection by Keira Daly, and I'm also just taking this under the lower lash line and smudging that out. This brush is perfect for really tight lining underneath the lash line. This is a concealer brush, but it's perfect for all your wee detailed work and all getting into all those wee hard to reach areas. So basically just smudging this out and creating a little bit of definition underneath that lower lash line.
You're here with me now. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free now.
Going back in with my NYX liner, and I'm just creating my little inner corner flicks, as I call them. I'm just following my tear duct, and then I'm just literally creating a sharp line just so that it has that nice point. So for my lips, I'm going in with the Barry M lip liner in the shade number 5, and then after I'm going to go in with the Inglot JLo lipstick in the shade J217. The only thing that I have to say about the JLo lipsticks, this is the only one I've ever tried. I love the colour, it is so beautiful, but the only thing that really annoys me is it's so bloody drying. It takes me a lot of time to try and blend it out on the lips. It's just like chalk trying to blend it on your lips, so you do have to take quite a bit with it. But other than that, it's a beautiful colour and it doesn't feel uncomfortable on the lips, but it's just annoying applying it. And lastly, just adding some finishing touches to the face and just going back in with some bronzer and some blush and just adding a little bit of colour back into the skin. Sometimes whenever you go a wee bit darker on the eyes and you've done your face first, you can tend to lose a little bit of the colour and stuff like that on the face. So guys, this is the end of the video. I really hope that you have enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a big massive thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you aren't subscribed already. I will leave a link in the description box below to where you can purchase the Stacey Marie palette. It is a must-have to have in your makeup kit. It is just absolutely amazing and you can create some amazing looks with it. I will leave all my other social medias listed in the description box below as well, so you can go and follow me on there. Thank you so much again for watching. I love you all so much, and I will see you all in my next one.